Hello students, I, Mrs. Madhvi Matre, welcome you all in the next lecture of Mathematics 1. I hope all of you are doing well at home and doing the studies regularly. We are studying chapter number 1. The name of the chapter is Sets. In that we have completed the introduction of the word set, okay, and in that we have seen how to write down the set. Afterwards, we have seen types of sets, Venn diagrams. Then we saw equal sets and subsets. Then we saw the concept of universal set, and from that we understood the meaning of complement of a set. And in the previous lecture, I have started with this topic, intersection and union of sets. From that, the intersection part I explained in the previous lecture. Okay. But again, I'm revising it in short so that you can connect the two words intersection and union. You can understand the difference between intersection and union of sets. Okay. So let us go towards intersection. It is called as what? Operations on set, and from that first operation is intersection of two sets. Okay. So here we saw that if we have two sets A and B, then the set of common elements from A and B is called as intersection of set A and B. And it is denoted as A intersection B. See this symbol, reverse U like symbol. Okay, little bit broad, but this stands for intersection. And how we are going to read it? A intersection B. Okay. Then we saw how to write it in the form of rule method. So A intersection B is a set of all x such that x belongs to A and x belongs to B. Okay, so this and word is important. This and word stands for intersection. That means the elements are present in both the sets A as well as B. Okay. Then we have seen the example. The first example here is if set A is having elements 1, 3, 5, 7 and B is having elements 2, 3, 6 and 8. Then we have to think of the common elements. Means what? The elements which are present in A also and B also. So here if we observe A is present in A but not present in B. 2 is present in B but it is not present in A. But what you can observe is the element 3 is present in both the sets. What we can say here, that here the element 3 is common, present in both the sets. Okay, so common in the set A and B, and therefore we can write down A intersection B as the set with only one element, that is 3. Now if we want to show it by using Venn diagram, we can show it like this. Okay, what we have to do is we have to draw two circles. They should intersect in 2 points. You can show this portion clearly here. You cannot draw touching circles. You have to draw intersecting circles like this. And then you can find that for set A, horizontal lines are used for shading. And for B, vertical lines are used for shading. And then just by observing lines, you can find that this part is common to both A and B. So this part denotes intersection of that set in Venn diagram. Okay. And then this element 3 is written only once. Okay. Then remaining elements of A, that means 1, 5 and 7 are written here. And remaining elements of set B, that is 2, 6 and 8 are written here. Okay. So if we consider set A, then we can have all 4 elements 1, 3, 5 and 7. And if we consider set B, then we have elements 2, 3, 6 and 8. Okay, but 3 is common, so it is written only once. And you can clearly see that this shaded part, like mesh like part, it denotes us A intersection B. Okay. These Venn diagrams are very important while solving word problems, and such Venn diagrams only we are going to draw, because in one problems we are going to have the words like intersection and union. Okay. So in the previous lecture already we have studied this. Then we discussed the solved examples on the textbook. Now let us go towards the second operation on the sets, that disjoint set. Okay, so here disjoint means what? They are totally different. Nothing is common in these two sets. So here let us take one set A where we have elements 1, 3, 5 and 9. And one more set we have, that is set B, where we have elements 2, 4 and 8. Okay, now observe. Can you find any common element here? What you will find is there is no common element. These two sets are totally different from each other. And such sets, they are called as what? Disjoint sets. Nothing in common, so they are called as disjoint set. If we want to represent them by using the Venn diagram, then we have to draw two separate circles, or you can draw oval shape. Why? Because nothing is common, so we cannot join them. Like in previous case, A and B were intersecting circles. But here, these two sets are totally different from each other. That is why we have to draw different circles. Nothing is common. So set A is having elements 1, 3, 5 and 9, which we have shown here in one circle. And in other circle, we have written the elements of B, that is 2, 4 and 8. Okay, but they are disjoint. They are totally different. Nothing is common in them. What you can say here is A intersection B is a null set. You know null set or empty set. Set with no element. So here A intersection B is a null set. Okay, now let us go towards the next operation. That is union of two sets. Okay, so here also we are going to consider two sets A and B. Then we have to consider the set of all the elements of set A and B. Okay, means what? The set, the new set, it is having elements which are either present in A or in B. The word or is important here. In case of intersection, we have seen the word and. And means what? The element should be present in both the sets, but here the word you will use is or. That means the element is either present in A or it is present in B. Okay, so the set of all elements of set A and B is called as union of these two sets. It is written as A union B. See, you can see U like symbol. For intersection, exactly reverse, inverted symbol is used, and it is read as A union B. Let us see how to write it in the set builder form. So A union B is a set of all x such that x belongs to A or x belongs to B. See, in intersection we were having the word and there. You can, just now we have seen. Okay, so that and word stands for intersection and or word stands for union. Okay, now let us take one example. Here we have two sets. A is a set having elements -1, -3, -5 and 0. And B is a set having elements 0, 3 and 5. What you can observe here is element 0 is common. And now here if we want to write down set A union B, then first we have to write down all the elements of set A, and afterwards we are going to write down remaining elements from set B. Okay, now here order is not important, you can write it in any order. Okay, but generally what we are doing to avoid mistake, that write all the elements of set A first, then 0 is repeated, so don't write 0, and in front of this you can add 3 and 5, so you get it. Here in textbook the sequence is changed. You know that while writing the set, the sequence is not important, you can write down the element in any order. Okay, so see, you can observe that -3, -5, -1 and 0. These all four elements are from set A, as I have said. Then 0 is repeated, and our rule, you know, that we cannot write the repeat the element while writing the set. Repetition of elements is not allowed. So 0 you are not going to write again. So you are going to write the remaining elements of B, that is 3 and 5. So if you want to write A intersection B means common element, then you will have only one element here. So what we can find is the intersection set is always smaller or it is same as one of the set. But the union set is bigger one. You can observe that it contains more elements if we compare to set A or set B. The number of elements are more in union. So union is a bigger set, intersection is a smaller set. So in this way you can distinguish intersection and union. Okay. Now let us see how to draw Venn diagram. So here also we will make use of two circles to draw sets A and B. Again what we saw is one element is common. So we have to draw intersecting circles like this. So this is a common part which denotes intersection. See where 0 is written. 0 is common element in A and B. Okay. Then remaining elements of A, that are -1, -3 and -5, and remaining elements of B 3 and 5 are written in the remaining part. So this complete figure shows us A union B. Okay, and what more we can observe is in case of union here we can change the order. So like addition is orderless, here union also is orderless. A union B is same as B union A. Okay, so now what difference you have to understand is this common part, okay, which is formed by intersection of two circles, that shows you intersection, and this complete figure, this complete area gives you union. Okay, now let us take one more example to understand the concept better. Okay, so example 2 from the textbook itself. They have given you the Venn diagram. See, this is universal set denoted by rectangle as we have seen. And inside that you can see two sets, set A and set B. And the numbers or the elements of the set are written here. And from that, they have told us to write down all these sets. We have to write down all these sets by using listing method. Okay, so what is the question? Observe the Venn diagram and write the following sets using listing method. So first of all, you have to write down the set U, universal set, means all the elements that you can see here. Okay, so you can write them in sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay, so all these natural numbers up to 12 gives us set U. So write it by using the list method. Okay, U is equal to, and in the brace brackets you write down all the elements from the rectangle, that is universal set. Then next is set A. So see set A, this circle here. So you will write down all the elements from this circle. 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. So that is your set A. See, set A contains elements 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Then you have to write down set B. So see the second circle where B is written. Okay, and write down all the elements from set B. 1, 3, 5, 7, 8 and 10. Okay, so what you can observe is 8 and 10 is present in both the sets because it is an intersection part. 8 and 10 are common to A and B both. Okay, so while writing A and B, while writing A you will consider this first circle completely, and while writing B you will consider the second circle completely. Afterwards next is A union B. So A union B, either you can write by observing here all the elements which you can see in the area formed by these two circles, or by using these also you can write. Okay. So if you want to write in sequence, then you can write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 10. 9 is not present. Take a note of that. So how you will write A union B? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 10. See, 9 is outside. So it is not a part of union. What I told you is the area formed by two circles A and B. That is only the union. Then next, intersection. Intersection means common part, this part. Okay. So elements 8 and 10 are common to both the sets A and B. So intersection is the set with two elements which are 8 and 10 respectively. Okay. So A intersection B is having two elements 8 and 10. Then next, A complement. Recall the definition of complement. What is complement of set? In case of complement, we have to consider the set and the universal set. Okay. So the elements which are present in U, see these all elements which are present in U but not present in A. So you ignore this circle and then write down the remaining elements which will give you A complement. Okay, so A complement is having elements 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 and 12. So except circle A, you have to write down all the elements that is going to give you A complement. See, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 and 12. Okay, so this circle is not considered because this is set A. So we have to write down the remaining elements from set U. That is our A complement. Now similarly you can write down B complement. So for B complement, now you will not consider this circle B. You will not consider set B here. And the remaining elements you will write as B complement. So which are they? 2, 4, 6, 9, 11 and 12. So that is your B complement. Okay. Now next. A union B complement. So think of A union B, that means the area formed by these two circles and universal set. So the elements which are outside this area formed by the two circles, that is your A union B complement. Okay, so A union B complement has only three elements, that is 9, 11 and 12. Okay. And finally, A intersection B complement. So now think of only intersection part and write down the remaining elements except this part. Okay, so means all these elements, okay, present here except 8 and 10. So from here also you can write down. Only don't write 8 and 10 because that is in intersection. So write down all the elements except 8 and 10 from universal set. So you can write down A intersection B complement as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, not to write 8, 9, not to write 10, 11 and 12. So you can see this A intersection B complement. Okay. So this was a solved example. But as I have told you that in exam, solved examples also can appear. So you need to study them and they give you lot of information. Now see, from this single example, you got so many concepts here. Like we clear the concept of universal set. Then we cleared the concept of complement. We cleared the concept of union, then intersection and its complement also. Okay. So all these concepts are cleared together in this one question. So such question can be asked for 5 marks in your exam because in single question we can verify your knowledge, that how much you have understood or how much you can apply to your knowledge. Okay. Now let us go further towards the next example. Okay, so example number 3 here. Two sets are given. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. and set B is having two elements 2 and 3. So what you can observe here, elements 2 and 3 are present in A as well. That means all the elements of B are present in A. So what we can say here is B is a subset of A. Correct? Just recall the concept of subset. All the elements of B are present in A. So B is called as subset of A. Okay. Now we have to write down its union. So if we want to write down its union and if we want to show it by using Venn diagram, then you can write it like this. See, A union B is set A itself. All the elements of set A we are writing, but 2 and 3 are already present here. So according to our rule, we are not going to repeat them. So what you will find is that here A union B is set A itself. And while drawing Venn diagram also, you know that whenever we want to show subset, we draw the smaller set completely inside that bigger set. Okay. So A is denoted by this bigger shape and B is denoted by the smaller circle you can see. Then the elements of B are written inside 2 and 3 and the remaining elements of A are written outside the set B, which are 1, 4 and 5. So here B is subset of A, so we can say that A union B is the set A itself. So here we got the property that if B is subset of A, then A union B is A only. Now just think, what is A intersection B here? So immediately you will say that A intersection B is B. Intersection is a smaller set and union is a bigger set. So if B is subset of A, then A union B is A and A intersection B is B. Okay. So in this way we have discussed all the solved examples. Now let us see the properties of this operation, that is union. Okay. So under the heading you will find all the properties. The heading is remember this. First property here, A union B is same as B union A. Okay, that means we can change the order while finding union. Like in case of multiplication and addition, we can change the order. But in case of division, we cannot. So similarly, like multiplication and addition here, while taking union, we can change the order. The answer is going to be same. Then the second one, if A is subset of B, A is subset of B means what? A is smaller set and B is bigger set. Then A union B is B, the bigger set. Okay, don't get confused with the previous example. There it was exactly opposite. B was subset of A. But here while writing the properties, they have written A is subset of B. Means A is smaller and B is bigger. And that is why A union B is equal to B. The bigger set you are going to write. For intersection, we are writing smaller set. Then next, A is subset of A union B and B is subset of A union B. So A union B is a bigger set and therefore obviously A and B are subsets of that bigger set, that is union. Next, A union A complement is equal to universal set. We have seen in the previous example, okay, that A complement and the A, their union is what? Universal set, because together they give us universal set. Next, the union of set with itself is the same set. So A union A is A only. Then A union null set is is the same set, that is A. In case of intersection, A intersection null set is null set. But in case of union, it is the same set. Because it is union, we are taking all the elements together. We are always thinking of bigger set while writing union. So in case of A and null set, A is a bigger one. That is why A union null set is the same set. Okay. So these are the properties of the set. I hope you must have understood this. Now we are going towards the last topic of this chapter, that is number of elements in the set. Okay. Now let us try to understand how to find or how to write the number of elements in a set. For that purpose, we will take one example. Suppose I have set A where I have elements 3, 6, 9, 12 and 15. That means multiples of 3 I am having. First 5 multiples of 3. And I want to write down now number of elements in this set A. Okay, so I will count the elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I told previously also there are first 5 multiples. That means here we have 5 elements. So we will write the number of elements as n of A. See this small n, number of elements in set A. So number of elements in set A is denoted as n and inside the round bracket A. So you will read it as n of A. Okay. And that is equal to 5. What I can say is n of A is equal to 5. Number of elements in set A are 5. Let us take one more example. Suppose we have set B where we have multiples of 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30 and 36. Now here we have 6 elements. So what we can write down, n of B is equal to 6. Now here we are going to see one very important formula which is based on this concept of number of elements in the set and the number of elements in union of two sets and intersection of two sets. Okay, so we will see the relationship between number of elements in two sets, then number of elements in its union and number of elements in its intersection. Okay, so let us go towards that formula. Number of elements in union and intersection of sets. So the same sets we are taking. Set A and B we are taking. The previous sets only. A is having the 5 multiples of 3. So n of A is 5. Second set is B where we have multiples of 6 but we have 6 multiples. So n of B is 6. Now let us write down union and intersection. A union B and A intersection B. Okay. So for writing intersection you need to find common elements, and for writing union you have to combine all these elements. Okay. So I want to write down A union B. So as I have told you previously, first write down all the elements from set A, that is 3, 6, 9, 12 and 15. Then come to set B and you will not write the elements which are repeated. For example, see 6 is repeated, so we are not going to write it again. 12 is repeated, so not to write. Then these are now different. 18, 24, 30 and 36. Okay, so all the elements are written here. So let us count the elements in union. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So n of A union B is 9. Before that, n of A plus n of B is done. That means here 5 plus 6, that is 11. It is numbered as 1. And n of A union B is numbered as 2. Now let us find out intersection. Intersection means the common elements. Just now we found that 6 and 12 are repeated. They are common to both. So what we can write down, A intersection B as the set with two elements 6 and 12, and therefore n of A intersection B is 2. Okay, once again all of you go through this, that this is set A with 5 elements, set B with 6 elements. So if we add them, n of A plus n of B, we are getting 5 plus 6 is equal to 11. Then we are finding union of those two sets where we have 9 elements. So number this as 2. Then we found out A intersection B where we have 2 elements. Okay, and that is numbered as 3. Now just try to relate these three numbers. Okay, 11, 9 and 2. See, if we add these two, 9 plus 2, you are going to get 11. That means the number of elements in these two sets or sum of the elements in these two sets is same as the sum of its union and intersection. Okay, now we want to write down the formula in the form of n of A union B is equal to, means what, 9. I want to write down 9 on left hand side, and on right hand side also I want 9. So that is what, 11 minus 2. So what I will write, n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B, means 9 I can write as here 11 minus 2. Okay, so see here. Now sum of these two, that is n of A and n of B, that means 5 plus 6, or you can say 11, minus the number of elements in intersection, that is 2, that gives us 9. But 9 is nothing but what? N of A union B. And from this we can write down this important formula. N of A union B is equal to N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. All of you please write down this formula in your notebook. We are going to use this formula for solving the problems, the word problems, and the problems which are based on the number of elements. So this formula you have to by heart immediately. That is n of A union B is equal to n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. Let us see the Venn diagram. Okay. So here by using Venn diagram you can find that n of A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct. N of B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then intersection 6 and 12. See, 2 elements. Correct. And union 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So 9 elements you can see. Okay. And here this way we can represent by using Venn diagram also. This complete area gives us union and this part gives us intersection. Okay. So in the next lecture we will study the solved examples based on this topic, and then we will move towards the last practice set, that is 1.4. Okay students, so today I am stopping here. We will meet in next lecture. Till that, you stay home, stay safe, take care of yourself, do the studies regularly. Okay, and if you have any doubts you can ask in live session. Okay, thank you students.